Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books and today I'm here with a book haul. It's been a while since I've done a book haul. I haven't been buying as much and a lot of these are books that I was sent from publishers. Some of them I did buy. I still buy books, but I'm trying to not buy as much, especially if I can get it from my library. So I do have a couple library books to haul as well. The first thing I want to show you though is my new Hello Lovely sweatshirt, Dark Romance Readers Club, and it has this fun like skeleton with like some bottle like poison or something here. I really love it and it's in the red that I got it in. And then I also got this t-shirt that says The Wallflowers and it is for Lisa Kleypas's Wallflower series, which I love, and so I got a t-shirt too and I'm obsessed. I also got a sweatshirt that just says read more books and then a t-shirt that says romance novels over everything. I've already worn those though, so those are in my laundry, but I love Hello Lovely, so make sure you go check them out. They're always linked down below. My code is PEACE15. If you want to save 15%, I live in Hello Lovely stuff. If you guys have been watching me, you know how obsessed I am with Hello Lovely. They're my favorite clothing brand ever. I love working with them, and so I am a rep for them. I get free stuff from them, so check out their website. They have some really fun stuff coming soon, including Jane Austen is their new monthly box theme, which is their like surprise box, which you get some ebooks and different like items. So if you don't like collecting books and you like ebooks, it comes with 2 ebooks and a bunch of little items, and it's really not that expensive, so check out Hello Lovely. The first thing I had to share with you was such a surprise. I was like, what is this? And then I opened it and I was just like smiling from ear to ear. So these are a thing on TikTok, but my friend Samantha from Books with Samantha, I will link her down below. She's one of my favorite people ever. I host the Historical Hellions with her, so make sure you go following. She reads so much romance and a lot of historical romance, and she does really great like beauty things and like not cosplay. I don't know if it's like considered cosplay. She'll like dress up a historical time period, and she got one of these for our friend Desiree from Genki Reader, and it's a crown, and so I don't know how I'm even gonna wear this, but this one is the one to match her and Desiree. I'm just excited to take pictures with it for like Instagram, and so I never know like how I'm supposed to wear this, but I really love it. It's so pretty. I'm not gonna wear this for the whole video though because I feel like it's gonna fall off, but I'm obsessed. It's so pretty and it's like all my favorite colors, so it's like pinks, blues, turquoises, purples. My bedroom growing up had 2 pink walls and 2 blue walls, so I was that person. I love my crown, so thank you Samantha for sending that to me, so I'm very, very excited for that. But I will start with my library books first. So the first one is Off the Record by Cameron Garrett. I read Full Disclosure a couple months ago and I really loved it. This is her new release. I've started reserving new releases through the library, so 2 of these are new releases for young adults that I'm really, really excited for. In this one, our main character loves writing and she wins this magazine contest, and then she gets to interview a celebrity, and what happens is the celebrity ends up revealing a terrible secret, and so the story goes from there. That's why it's called like Off the Record. I'm really excited to read this one. Then I had to get Counting Out the Days with You. This one is a new release and I'm very excited for it. Our main character's parents go out of town. They end up going to Bangladesh and for 4 weeks, and the guy she's tutoring ends up wanting to fake date her, and so they fake date and she's like, he's being perfect with everything, and she agrees, and then she starts counting down the days when her parents are gonna come back. So this sounds really, really cute. I'm excited to read it. Then someone recommended to me, because I'm reading more nonfiction, they said We Keep the Dead Close is a really great nonfiction to read. It's about murder at Harvard and how people have been like not talking about it, I guess. It says that in 1969, Harvard began the tumultuous process of merging with sister school Radcliffe, and that year Jane Britton, an ambitious graduate student on Harvard's anthropology department, would be found bludgeoned to death in her apartment. So 40 years later, Becky Cooper, who's the author of this book, will first hear the whispers of the story when she's an undergrad there, and they didn't know who the student was. The body was nameless, and a student had an affair with her professor, and he murdered her at the Peabody Museum. So I guess then that was actually like a false rumor, and then the author decided to investigate this murder at Harvard. It's so much longer than I thought it would be, but it sounds really interesting. So if you've read this, let me know, and if you enjoyed it. I'm excited to read some more nonfiction. Okay, so we will start over here. A few of these I bought, a few of them I was sent. The first one I have to share is The Jackal by J.R. Ward. I didn't have a copy of this and I really wanted it. Found it super cheap, so I got it, and this is the first book in the spin-off series, and I don't remember what it is called. The Prison Camp series. So I thought this was okay, but I have all of them in hardback. I want to keep on collecting them, so I have this. Then from Simon & Schuster, I was sent a copy of One Great Lie by Deb Coletti. I used to love Deb Coletti's books when I was in high school, and in this one, our main character loves to write, and she gets invited to Venice to a writing workshop, and she actually has a poet who is in her family. A relative of hers, like a very old relative of hers, was a poet in Venice, and so she's trying to uncover her life, and then she's also falling for a boy in the process. So this sounds really cute, and I really love traveling romances, so I'm excited to read this. Then I was sent Too Good to Be Real by Melanie Johnson. This one, our heroine is a writer for, I think it's a website or a magazine, a website, and there are rumors of layoffs, and she's freaking out, so she needs a really good story, and she decides to go to this resort where they make your meet cute dreams come true, and so it feels like it's like a dating resort, and she goes there and the hero is there too, and it says she falls into a not quite meet cute involving an aggressive seagull and adorably awkward guy named Luke, who's also there doing his own rom-com experience. So this sounds really fun. I'm excited. I got sent the arc from the publisher. Then I had to buy Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne. This one I have been seeing a lot of great things about. I love Sally Thorne. I love The Hating Game, and I really enjoyed 99% Mine, and people who didn't like 99% Mine I think really enjoyed this one. So I guess our heroine, she works the front desk at a retirement villa, and the son of the owner of the retirement villa comes in. He's tall, tattooed, and has the most magical hair on earth. He's raising money to open a tattoo shop, and he thinks she's an old lady when he first meets her. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I guess then like they don't get off on the right foot. But I'm excited to read this. I had to have it. I think the audiobook just came in from the library, but I love Sally Thorne so much that I really wanted to have her new release. Then I decided to I had a Barnes & Noble gift card that I used online, and I got Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. This one, I really loved The Shadows Between Us, so I wanted to get this one. It's another standalone. I think this has anxiety rep in it, which I'm excited for, and especially in fantasy, I feel like I don't see anxiety a lot in fantasy. Our heroine is a blade forger, like she creates blades and weapons, and she is hired to make a sword capable of stealing its victims' secrets, and she realizes the guy is going to use it for bad, so her and her sister run away together. Of course there's going to be a romance. It's pretty short. I'm very excited to read this because I feel like I don't read too many fantasy standalones, so I had to get this one. The next one I'm so excited I got a copy of. This comes out in August, and that is The Royals Next Door by Karina Halley. I love Karina Halley, and this one is her newest release with the publisher, and our heroine is an elementary school teacher, and royalty moves in next door, and they see her as a security threat, so they put a bodyguard on her to make sure she is not like threatening them in any way, and I think it's her romance with the bodyguard. So I cannot wait to read this. Then I was sent an arc of Hang the Moon by Alexandria Bellafleur. This one is the second one to Written in the Stars, which I really loved, and this I think just came out on Tuesday, and I was sent this like a week ago, so I didn't have time to read it before release day. But this one is the brother to one of the girls in the first book. I think it was Darcy's brother from the first book. He loves love. He has a dating app, and his sister's best friend comes back into town, and he's always had a thing for her, and so I love it when the guy is like has unrequited love for the love interest, and this just sounds like it's gonna be really great. I've already loved this author's other book, so I have high hopes for this one. I love this trope with the next book. It is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I was sent this copy from the publisher, and this one, our heroine is a senior in high school. Her next door neighbor has always been like the annoying next door neighbor pulling pranks on her, and so they've never really gotten along. Then her longtime crush moves back to town, and he starts hitting it off with her neighbor, and so she enlists his help to try to get the crush's attention to ask her to prom, but I think she's gonna end up falling for the guy helping her get the other guy. I love that when it's like they're enlisting the help of someone to win the affections of someone else, but then they fall in love in the process with each other. This sounds really cute. Then I was sent a finished copy of Take Me Home Tonight by Morgan Matson. It's got that hilarious picture on the back. Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers posted the most adorable picture of her dog Boo like reading this book, and she has this same kind of dog, so it was really funny. But this one, our main character ends up spending like the day in New York with her best friend, and things happen. So it sounds really fun. They like learn new things about each other themselves, and I'm excited to read a new Morgan Matson book. Then I got the 3 books in the Maid series by Danielle Laurie. I am going to do an entire reading log for this. They're mafia dark romances, and I have heard nothing but amazing things. I am annoyed though because like these two are like off-white and this one is like bright white on the pages, and I don't know how that happened because I ordered them all at the same time, but it's fine. I just won't look at all the pages next to each other. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but like I can really tell there's a big difference between them, but I'm super excited to read them. I don't know what the plots of each individual one are. I don't want to know. I just want to read them. and I'm excited. I also ended up buying The Finish Line by Kate Stewart. This is book 3 in the series. I really enjoyed Flock. Exodus was okay, and then there's a lot writing on this one if I'm gonna be enjoying the series or not, because there was a different romance in book 2, and then this one is gonna continue on with that romance, and I'm expecting a lot of groveling on the hero's part. I'm expecting a lot from this book, and like whatever this secret society thing is that they're involved in, I need to know more about. So I have a lot of expectations from this book, and I hope I'm not disappointed. Then I was sent 3 books from St. Martin's Press, and those are these 3. I have a Nora Roberts, we have Irish Pride, we have Strong Silent Cowboy by Laura Lee. I should do a cowboy romance reading vlog because I have a lot of these. And then I have The Devil in Her Bed by Kerrigan Byrne. This one I gave 3 stars. It wasn't my favorite, but I do love Kerrigan Byrne, and I love this cover, so I'm excited to add this to my shelf. So thank you to St. Martin's Press for sending these to me. I was sent a bunch from Simon Teen, so I got a finished copy of The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris. I read this and I really enjoyed it. It's 2 brothers. The one brother has these powers where he can see the future of whatever he touches. He got it when his parents died in a car accident when they were younger. He accidentally touches his brother and sees him dying, and every one of his visions has come true. So it's him spending time with his brother, getting really to know him more, because he's really ignored him a lot in the past because they're both still grieving over losing their parents, and it's really emotional and very anxiety inducing because he spends the entire book terrified his brother's gonna die at any second. So I enjoyed it. Definitely a heavy read, but I would recommend it. The next book I was sent was Where Secrets Lie by Eva V. Gibson. This one, it sounds really interesting. It kind of reminds me of The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, kind of. Our heroine goes away to the summer with her cousin and the cousin's best friend, and this past summer the best friend and her finally like admit that they like each other, and then there's like this dramatic face-off at the end of the summer, and now a year later they're back and the one boy's sister disappears, so they agree to like get along again and try to find the sister. So I love a good summer romance where you like have a lot of drama but then you all go back to your normal lives and you come back every summer. So this sounds interesting. The next book sounds real interesting. It is Prepped by Bethany Mangle. So our heroine is in a family of doomsday preppers, and they've even arranged a marriage between her and another boy in the neighborhood who is also like a fanatic prepper for doomsday, and she's planning on leaving for college and like never looking back. But then something happens that like really shakes the family and the community, and her and the guy that she is betrothed to have to pair up together, and she realizes he's not as clueless as he seems, as fanatical as he seems, and so they end up falling for each other, I think. This is very interesting. I've never heard of a synopsis like this before. Then I was sent this giant book, and that is The Serpent's Curse by Lisa Maxwell. This is a 3rd book in the series, I think, and I haven't read them. It's in the Last Magician series, so it's in Last Magician and then The Devil's Thief. I think I actually own those 2 books, and I have to read them, but I'm excited to have this then so that I can get to it when I can. But this is giant. I feel like the 2 other books are like half this size, but I love a good new fantasy series, so I'm excited to have this. The last book I was sent from them, I think this is the last one, is The Infinity Quartz by Akemi Dawn Bowman. This one, our heroine has a great life. It's senior year. Our main character ends up dying. She's murdered, and she ends up waking up in this like afterlife, and it's called Infinity, and it's where consciousness goes when physical bodies die, and there's someone that's taken over the afterlife and is now queen, forcing humans into servitude, and she needs to team up with a bunch of rebels to bring down this queen who's trying to like get rid of human existence. So the cover is really, really pretty though. Look how cute that is. I like just like the reflection of it, but it sounds very interesting. I have a bunch of mass markets. I didn't actually buy a lot of historicals in this one, surprisingly, but the first one I got is The Boys Next Door by Jennifer Eccles. I got this because I'm going to do a vlog where I read my favorite books from high school. I was obsessed with this book. She is in love with one of the brothers, and the other brother's her best friend, and she's like, you need to help me get your brother, and of course she ends up falling in love with like her best friend. It's so cute, and again, it's like summer. They go to summer together every year. It's like has all my favorite tropes that I love, so I'm gonna reread it for that vlog. I read this like 10 times. I was obsessed. I was obsessed with all of these Simon Paul's romantic comedies, but this one especially. In that order, I also got Squeeze Play by Kate Angel. I have the other 2 in the series, and I wanted to also do a reading my favorite adult romances from high school because that's when I was getting into adult romances, and I was really into these baseball romances, and I feel like I might have read some of them in college too, but it came out in 2006, so like I was reading a lot by this author. I think this author also had vampire romances that I was reading, so I wanted this to add to my collection. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show all the historicals together and then I'll get back to all my other books. So the first one I got is The Unlikely Angel by Bettina Crayon, and it has this really pretty step back. I really like the art of that one. I also got a few Laura Kinsale from eBay. So I got Midsummer Moon, so these are her older ones. And then I got The Hidden Heart, which is another older one, which is super pretty. I also, let me take the sticker off. I went on a book shopping adventure and took you guys along. I can link that down below. The only book I got from Half Price Books in that video though was Rebel Temptress by Constance O'Banion, and it's really pretty and I got it for the cover. I also got Dueling Hearts by Kat Martin. I really love Kat Martin's covers, so I wanted to add this to my collection. And then I got Golden Lady by Cheryl Hank. It's just really pretty and I have a lot of this author's books, so I wanted to add this to my collection. Then I got these two Stephanie Lawrence books. I got To Distraction because her setbacks are gorgeous and I am collecting Stephanie Lawrence books as well. And then I got A Fine Passion with this full one, which is super pretty. Okay, the next ones I bought and I got two of these from Half Price Books. This one I got from the Rip Bodice during their independent bookstore weekend celebration thing. So they were having a coupon. So I got Sweet Hand by N.G. Peltier. This one I saw Syl from the Book Voyagers and Jess from Jess Owens talking about. So I ended up getting it. And she breaks up publicly with her cheating musician boyfriend and has sworn off men in the music industry. And then her sister reveals she's getting married in a few months. So her mother is trying to matchmake her. And so she feigns interest in the eligible bachelors she keeps tossing her way. Oh, so at the wedding, this guy she hates, Kieran King, is the best man and she's the maid of honor. And the romance has to do with them. I'm excited for this. I hope I enjoy it. Then I got The Song of Achilles from Half Price Books, and I know this is super popular, especially on TikTok right now, so I got it. It sounds really sad, but it's like Greek, right? A tale of gods and goddesses, kings and queens, immortal fame, and the human heart. So I think there's a romance in here. There's war. I think it's the Trojan War, possibly. I don't know, but I'm gonna read it and hopefully I enjoy it. I also got this because it was recommended to me as a villain romance, and that is Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. I don't know if I've seen the best reviews so far on this, but the romance aspect had me excited, and then it has this gorgeous inside. So this says that in the form of a mythical immortal and a lethal assassin, they tell her that she is the last of an ancient lineage with the power to save the world from destruction. She needs to complete an impossible task. And I think there's a good romance in here, so I'm excited. I love fantasy. Hopefully I enjoy this. Then I was sent a copy of Lover Unveiled by J.R. Ward. This is the newest book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and I'm excited. I haven't read this yet. My sister read it and she enjoyed it. It is Savage's story, and I need to read it. And I haven't yet, but I'm going to soon, I promise. Then from the author, I was sent Reckless Refuge by Catherine Cowles, and it sounds like she has dealt with a lot. She's haunted by her past, and then this man shows up who looks haunted too, and they grow closer together. I think they find refuge in each other, but I am excited to have this. Catherine Cowles' books are so gorgeous, as always, so I hope I enjoy this one. Alright, I'm down to my last stack. The next two were sent to me from a subscriber of mine. These are from SD, so thank you so much for sending these to me. First, she sent me The Heiress Hunt by Joanna Shoop. I'm really excited to read this. I know people haven't been loving this, but the second cover for this series looks amazing. So I still want to read this, and I think it's childhood friends. She's an unconventional heiress, and he needs her help finding a bride, her best friend, who like fled Paris without a word. So they're gonna fall in love, I think. I'm excited. And then she sent me Tell No Tales by Sam Maggs and Kendra Wells. This is a graphic novel, and I'm pretty sure it's sapphic, which is really cool. She saw that I was really excited for the other pirate book I was reading, so she sent me this, and I'm really excited to try it out. I haven't heard of this author before, so hopefully I enjoy this. The last handful I have were all from St. Martin's Press. So the first one is A Cowboy Kind of Love by Donna Grant. Donna Grant, I think, writes a lot of cowboy romances. We have How to Train Your Earl by Amelia Gray, and this cover is really pretty. I love the purples in her dress, and I like a good Earl, and I feel like it's like How to Train Your Dragon, How to Train Your Earl. And it says a roguish Earl must fight using his honor and not his sword to win this lady's hand. So that sounds fun. I got another Nora Roberts, which is Undercurrents, which has the fake step back, which I think is always funny when they put that on these, but I need to read Nora Roberts. I might be doing a reading vlog where I read Nora Roberts for the first time. We'll see. I also got Maggie Finds Her Muse by D. Ernst. So she's a writer and she really needs to write, and it says she's 48 years old and newly single again. She ventures to Paris in a last-ditch effort to finish her manuscript. And her charming ex-husband arrives in France for vacation, and a handsome Frenchman appears one morning in her bathtub. So this sounds like a lot of fun. The last book I have is A Summer to Remember by Erica Montgomery, and this one, our heroine is 30 and she sells movie memorabilia in a shop she opened with her late mother in Hollywood, and she loves her job. It's her only connection to her family, but then a mysterious package shows up with a photograph of her mother and a famous movie star and her husband at a coastal film festival the year Frankie was born. So I'm assuming some secrets get revealed. And I'm really interested in reading this. That sounds really good. I haven't heard of this author before, but I'm excited to have been sent this. And that is my latest book haul for you. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below if you've read any of these and what your thoughts are. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.